welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Washington's offense will go on the attack first. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the...
There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Hoosiers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can catch the football as well. So, no doubt, the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Now on first down from the 28. Gives it on the option. Got enough for the first. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They want to run this quarterback. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Drives the back and leaves it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to throw, it's Stanley. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right on the money. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? He's going to come up a couple of yards short in the first down. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Wants to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And the Huskies moving quickly to the line. Quarterback extends the play. Oh, he's got some space. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Using his legs. It's Carr. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down. The Huskies kept his drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. That's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And he did make that extra point. No issue with the treacherous footing. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Open space at the 25. Powers through. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Snap it to the back. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. And the Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. To throw, it's Stanley. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Sends it back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. 6th play of the drive coming up.
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball away.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Hunt is on its way. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about that blocking up front and that run? Turning it on! The 20. Touchdown, Washington. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Back to throw, it's Stanley. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. They'll run the option. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, he got loose. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Breaks the tackle. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43. And the Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now they'll run the draw. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. On the option. Quick toss. Nice move there. Can't get him to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Hoosiers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. At the 30. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Husky.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing. Rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Dropping back, it's Stanley. Fires to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch. The sideline, it's enough for the first down.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Husky. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. He's into his happy place, the end zone, and he's been very, very happy because he's been there regularly in the first half.
Yeah, most people are happy with, several touchdowns in a season, but you just feed him and he keeps getting in the end zone, keeps piling up touchdowns. Those stats are just climbing up and up and up. Thank your offensive line. Take him out to dinner tonight.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Stanley. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great scene today in Seattle.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. He is having a day putting up numbers in a Myles Gaskin kind of way.
Yeah, just showing you a little bit of everything. But these are the kind of guys, man, when you find them, you feature them, you give them the ball as many ways as you can because he's got that dynamic playmaking ability that can make people miss and hit home runs.
Second down, he'll throw it. Dances away. On the run, deep down the right side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. And the Huskies come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Morton. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together with the run on 1st and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective at the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. The play action fake. Shoots it to the left. And it's incomplete on 3rd down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. There's the pressure. Pulls it in. It's Harris.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Caught in the backfield, it's Carr. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Fires to the big fella. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Man, you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. He does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in a 4-6.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stanley. Makes the grab on the left.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Might be changing the route. We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. The give on the inside. There he goes. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Washington right back to the line.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Morton.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
To the air on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And the returner goes down. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Complete to the left. At the 45 on his way. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Hold it.
Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. Looking for a man. It's Stanley. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking to fire. Gets it to him on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Estrada. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Hoosiers will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He makes the catch at the 10.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
Fighting off the defender. Got the first down and more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Rushes on him. Finds a man on the left. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Washington wants to go quickly.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
3rd and short now from their own 48. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He's got him.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback gets him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. To the air, it's Stanley. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Estrada. Oh, he's got some space. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these in routes. But good job by the defense, too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. That's caught. It's Harris. And he'll be smacked to the ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Looking to throw on first down. He unleashes a long one. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Stanley. They'll run the screen. Still on his feet at the 25. There he goes. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play.
Open field on the right. The 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play in there. 15 at the 13-yard line.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
77, Indiana, 28.
Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to pass, it's Stanley. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in the groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate